Hey, how are you? Today is December 14th, and welcome to The Rundown. It is brought to you by Sport Clips. Got a cowlick, patchy beard, finally wanted to grow out that mullet, or maybe you just need a style that works every day. Whatever you need, go to Sport Clips Haircuts. This isn't your grandma's hair place. Sport Clips stylists are experts in men's hair. Cutting men's hair can be harder than women's hair. And Sport Clips stylists are specifically trained to cut men's hair. They know the tips and tricks for making sure guys get the best cut to suit their facial shape, hair texture, and lifestyle. Remember that. So you can go to Grandma's for the holidays, but not where she cuts her hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair. All right. Boom.
Crushed it.
Got through
Fucking
that.
nailed it.
My second time hosting the Rundown, but last time Pat and Jack Mack just had a political discussion the entire time. So this will be arguably harder. But we got some solid topics. First one up, the Odell celebration, where he mocked the disarm guy, that viral clip that is going around. Were you a fan? Is that the best touchdown celebration you've seen this season?
It has to be, easily. See, I'm such a fan of, I feel like for me as being younger, say 9, 10 years old, I was such in that era of T.O. pulling out the Sharpie and Joe Horn and I think it was Monday Night Football or Sunday Football pulling the phone literally out of the end zone. I love the creative stuff like that. Even get the meme. See, now in 2021 you get the meme after where you put them side by side.
Yeah.
And I'm this guy. I am a Giants fan, so not great terms with Odell, but I call a spade a spade. That was a phenomenal celebration.
It was phenomenal. What'd you think about it, Frank?
I always like the choreographed ones, the ones where everyone gets involved.
Yeah, because even if you didn't score the touchdown,
It's team participation. I always personally like
There we
those
go.
better.
Bringing the pals together.
When you played in high school, did you ever have a big boy touchdown?
No, I never scored. So I did in 8th grade. I was the center, but I didn't long snap. So when we kick extra points, the tight end long snap. So I would switch with them. And true story, in the semifinals, we ended up winning a game 7-6. And on the extra point, we had a bad snap. So we never practiced or anything, but the holder just said fire, which means shit's gone out, just go out for a pass. So I just went out in the end zone, caught the pass, and they ended up scoring a touchdown. The final play of the game, missed the extra point. We won the game 7-6. You just got one of these out of me. I just put my arms like this. I was like, well, I just caught a fucking pass. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, the only time I scored a touchdown was when I was playing in China, and I was so flustered because I just jumped on a fumble that was in the end zone, and the ref was just putting his hands up to be like, that's a touchdown, and I thought he was going for the high five, so I just tried to high five the ref. He was like, what are you doing? Oh! I got it, baby! Touchdown! Is that a touchdown? Oh, yeah, baby! That's my first TD. Who wants the ball? Can I keep the game ball?
Come on, Donnie. Act like you've been there before, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about, baby! First touchdown of my life. Oh, my God. But yeah, I just feel these guys are pros, but if I scored a touchdown, I'd be too flustered to remember what sort of dance.
I think my favorite big guy one was, I think it was Quentin Nelson or one of the guys in the Colts scored a couple years ago, and they literally held him up for a fake keg stand.
Love
that
that.
was good.
Love
Which
that.
that one's, because it's nice when you dial up the play for the lineman, so you know, hey, we're gonna run this play on the goal line. So if you score,
yeah,
we're holding your legs up, we're doing the keg stand. That was one of my favorites too.
Yeah, you could have it all pre-planned. I really have nothing to say about this, but Bronny James is interested in playing at Tennessee.
I just don't see Bronny James playing at Tennessee. And that's not a knock at Tennessee. I went to Knoxville. I said they're now officially. I used to hate on Tennessee. Now they are my SEC school. Big Tennessee guy, besides Big T. But I just don't see him playing at a Tennessee. I feel like he's a guy that goes to Duke.
No, he's not going to Duke.
Why do you say that? He loves Duke. He literally wears a Duke sweatshirt.
Well, Coach K is not going to be there anymore.
I don't think that matters that much.
My prediction
that was a very abrupt, no chance.
My prediction is he ends up at UCLA.
I could see that. But that makes sense. UCLA definitely makes sense to me. He's going to be living out there. He lives out there already. Big blue blood school. I've been constantly just trying to throw Ohio State in the ring just because he has a LeBron. If you've been in the locker room, the basketball locker room, I got a tour once. They literally have the whole thing is basically named after him. He has his own locker in the Ohio State locker room. He's obviously from there. He had said if he went to college, he would have played there. Like, he's a fan, he's a college football fan. So maybe Ohio State. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe.
Ohio State? What do you think?
I would love. I despise LeBron. I do a 180 so fast your head will spin if Bronny goes to Tennessee. Like, it's not about getting him, because he's like, he'll play in the NBA. He's a good player, but I think he's like 38th in his class. It's about getting like the exclusive shoes that only UT would have for the next 40 years. It's getting Bron at your games. Getting every game would be on ABC. Like, that's what you're getting. But it's not even about getting Bronny.
But it'll be only one season because he's going to go right to the NBA.
Right, yeah. You'd have him for one season, but then you'd have, like, the coolest gear of any school in the country forever. You would always be able to say that he went there. Like, it'd be awesome.
He's 17 now, right?
Like 6. I think he's a junior.
Yeah, he's a junior.
I think junior.
So
2 years. Still 2 more years.
He's in next year's class.
So basically, 3 years down the road, depending on how good Bronny is, will we see Bronny versus LeBron on a basketball court?
1,000%, Frank.
That might be the most. That might be like
that. It's happening.
Yeah,
That's
he's
going
staying
to
in
happen.
the league until
it's gonna happen.
his son plays.
That's going to be like another Griffey Jr. situation.
Yeah, it could be better. I think LeBron could even be probably better at that time. Even though he's slowing down, but I mean he's still LeBron.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the two of them going head to head on the court.
All right, next up, we got a waitress who received a $4.4 thousand tip, but then her manager made her share it with all the other wait staff, and the people who gave her the tip found out about that, and they asked the restaurant for the money back, and then just personally gave her $2,000, and then the lady was fired for apparently just like complaining that she had to share all the money. So not really a story filled with a lot of holiday cheer, but I don't know. What's your guys' stance on this?
Well, if they gave that tip to her, and they wanted her to have that tip, then the restaurant is totally in the wrong. If they have a policy where tips are shared, then that's fine. But if this is taking it from her and saying, "Oh, you got too large a tip," I mean, then you know what? Whatever restaurant it is, I won't go there. Yes, then you know that the restaurant is bad, and then I hope that she finds a job at another restaurant or wherever, because she's obviously a good waitress, and you know, that place.
Yeah, no. Apparently, the people who tipped her like called ahead to make sure if they left a big tip, it would be going to the people who served them.
Yeah, I agree with Frank that it's like if there was like a policy of like sharing tips, then I'd be like, okay, like I guess I can understand that that's just how you operate. But if they don't do that and then you're just going like one-off rules, like, hey, we're just gonna take this tip from you, that's total bullshit. Total bullshit.
Yeah,
my mom's a waitress. She says she deals with that kind of a little bit too, where like you have like someone who really, my mom was a social butterfly, so local town where like people going like, hey, like take this 20 like for yourself.
Yeah,
we're always sharing them, but I know. Like I said, my mom's in the game. I know a little bit how that goes, where the restaurant she works at, they share tips. But if they share tips, I get it. But if not, then the people who own that restaurant, fuck them.
I worked as a bartender in a college town, and like college kids don't really understand the concept of tips.
No, they're the
they'd
worst.
be doing like, it's $3 drink night, so then you're only getting $3 per drink. And so I ended up making like below minimum wage. I would have loved a cut of that tip. But I don't know. I think once you graduate college, I would hope most people understand the concept. Were you tipping at your college
For
bars?
sure. That was like, so like just the way like my dad and my grandpa had raised me, like that was like, I feel like everyone's the guy like had their one like specific thing. That was like the one thing that they like just like beat me over the head with, like you take care of people who take care of you, like always tip, like have to, like that's one thing. Like if I did anything else, even if I was like an asshole, anything, to my teachers, everything, I always tipped.
I remember when I was like 5 or 6, we went out to a diner with my parents, and they left the money on the table, and I grabbed the money. We walked out the restaurant. I says, "You left this on the table."
Oh no, Tank.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, I was 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That actually happens in China. There's zero tipping, and sometimes I have like accidentally left the equivalent of 25 cents on the table and they come running out being like, oh my God, you left this. At that
So
point,
is it a
get full
thing where
right.
so they obviously they get paid more? Because I think isn't it in like France or something? They say like they take it as like disrespect because they're like trained. They go to like school for it and they like pay like much higher wages for it. So they take it as like you're almost like kind of like you're like calling them like a peasant, be like, oh, like you need tips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of their approach on it. I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case in China. They're not really known for high wages, but I kind of like the not having to worry about a tip because here in the U.S., just a tip is you leave a solid tip regardless of how good the waitress is.
Yes.
You know, unless they have to do something like egregious for you to be like, oh, you know, you're getting a shitty tip. So it doesn't like you could be subpar or you could be great and like you're always getting a solid tip because like that's how they live.
And I noticed that most restaurants now, even diners now, when they print out the receipt, give you like the whole thing, like 15%, 10%, 18%.
Yeah. Next up, Tom Holland. A lot of people were giving him shit for dating a girl who's way taller than him, or giving Zendaya shit for dating a dude who's a lot shorter. He's come out and said it shouldn't matter what height you are. I mean, obviously he's going to say that, and obviously it doesn't matter, but you're going to get those comments regardless. And I feel like usually rich, famous movie stars don't really, they can kind of just date whoever they want. They're not really struggling to find chicks, but it is tough out there for short dudes. I know some girls have a very strict policy. I don't know. Have you ever dated a chick taller than you?
Yeah, in college for a little, she was a little bit taller than me. It's funny, so I keep bringing up my parents in this. My mother's actually taller than my father. They're like about the same height.
Me
My mom
too.
has very big hair, so they're probably like both right
Yeah.
there, but she looks taller for sure, and she might even be a little bit taller, so I kind of think it's like a boss move on his part.
I mean,
Like,
my,
just like, who gives a fuck? Like,
I mean,
this is my lady.
my father's only like 5'3".
5'3"?
There you
Yes.
Are you taller than that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Moving on up.
go. He's taller than
Oh, no,
5'3".
no, I'm sorry. I knew. Well, you look 5'3" whenever you're standing next to Doug's. You look
That's
like
true.
a miniature human being.
But he's over 6 foot, so.
Yeah. We were thinking Doug's could be top 10 largest person in Manhattan. Think he cracks top
Doug's,
10?
how tall are you? Like 6'4"?
No, 6'2 and 3/4.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you 6'3" there.
Yeah, you look.
I used to say it, but when I found out I was really 6'2 and 3/4, it kind of felt like a lie to people.
No, you got that, Doug's. You're 6'3". You're 6'4" in like a scorebook.
Unrelated, but Tom Holland's accent, I think that's my least favorite British accent. I like the more blue-collar accents up north, like the Liverpool, Manchester. His accent's just a little too proper.
It was always blue collar.
Yeah, it was always Liverpool.
You like
It was
a
always
Patty.
Scouse accents.
You like a Patty the Batty.
I love
Blue
a Scouse
collar.
accent. Yeah, it's
Scouser.
my favorite.
Crazy asses the one you have.
I didn't catch a word of that.
Scouse people are just like naturally funny and charming, and I feel like the lower, the more proper Queen's British accent, it comes off condescending even when they're trying not to be condescending. Let's moving on. A Brazilian politician kept calling his rival a scoundrel online, so they did the only reasonable thing and had a 3-round MMA fight.
No shit.
Jesus. What?
I didn't even see this. That's fucking awesome. That's so funny.
Yeah, I was thinking like mixed martial arts
Honestly,
is probably.
I mean, people have made jokes about like, oh, like say like a Trump Biden like fight and like all this like, that's like, tell me that would sell a fuck ton of pay-per-views.
Oh, yeah.
That would break the record.
Well,
There
They
was a
did,
time
Tom.
when Biden was like, I want to punch Trump in the face, right? Isn't that what he said? And then like Trump made fun of him back. Like at one point they were joking about fighting each
Like
other.
this is nuts. Like imagine like say like a 40-year-old Trump and like a 40-year-old Biden.
Yeah.
Just straight throwing the gloves on and just saying fuck it. Like that'd be incredible. I think that would be that would absolutely smash Mayweather Pacquiao numbers.
Oh yeah.
Which is the
100%.
biggest pay-per-view of all time. It's like just under like 5 million buys. Like,
You
I
mean
think
the,
that could do
the-
like 20 million.
You mean the Mayweather Pacquiao dance
Pillow
off?
fight?
Yeah.
That fight
Dun,
did suck.
I mean, someone would probably
dun,
die too. If you try to do
dun.
MMA over the age of 70, I feel like there's a very likely chance you could die. I'm trying to think if I would ever fight MMA. Would you ever do it for a certain price? I feel like a lot of the adrenaline, you probably just black out and don't really feel the pain until after the fight. But
I know when I did the good beer games a couple of a couple of months ago.
Very physical.
I took a spill.
It's true.
And I didn't feel it.
you didn't feel it?
I didn't feel it until like after we'd stopped running around. But like my tailbone hurt for like 3 weeks after that.
Damn. That basketball player, Williams, what's his name? The dude who's 6'5". Yeah, Connor Williams. He took a spill, but is he okay?
He popped up and dropped a dime right after. Rolled his ankle and
Yeah.
had an assist in the same sequence.
I don't know. That was sick, and he may be working here now. Who knows?
Yeah, Dave said he was
Yeah.
in deep negotiations. You see his mixtape? He's got a pretty
yeah,
jumper.
he's, like,
he
insanely coordinated.
he doesn't jump. He buries threes.
Yeah.
He's got a nice touch.
Someone said that his three-point shot is the equivalent of shooting a foul free throw. It looked like. That was fun.
It could. I mean, he literally doesn't jump. Like he stays pretty flat-footed, like a decent. He just
Yeah, no, a lot
Just
of people
wet.
have to sacrifice coordination once they get up to like 7 foot. But
especially
no.
when you're 7 foot, like 350. Like that's a big
Yeah,
boy
he could
with
probably
that much height.
stand to lose a little bit of weight, but I know it seems like, I don't know, it seems like it's not slowing him down.
He's a D1 athlete.
Let's fucking go. Pornhub. Let's move on to this. The
Fuck yeah.
Pornhub 2021 year review came out. U.S. are the #1 users of Pornhub, and hentai porn is still #1.
I didn't know it already had the crown apparently. Just back-to-back years.
Yeah, apparently. It says still. I'm trying to think I lived in Asia. I'm trying to think if I met people who would actually consume hentai.
That seems to be something that I feel like obviously it's #1. There's a market for it. That seems to be like one where people don't really talk about it, but obviously they're whacking it to it. So
Yeah, no, I
they're
think
consuming it.
I think in Japan it's huge. The crazy thing about being in China is that there were no Chinese porn stars really. At that point, they had kind of just banned it, so all the Chinese kids would only watch Japanese porn. So they grow up never actually watching.
I feel like Japanese.
Chinese people
I
have
feel like they
sex.
blur
I'm
it out
actually
quite
surprised that they even allow it in there with all the restrictions.
Yeah, I mean, I needed a VPN to get on most porn sites over there. Yeah, but I mean, humans will always find a way to get porn, even if
Nature,
it.
as they
That's
said,
true.
as Jeff Goldblum said, nature finds a way.
Nature finds a way, even if you got to fucking load your dad's computer with a bunch of viruses. But there was they had a map, which I think is like the most searched topic in each state, and New York was Footjob. I was a little,
Rex Ryan.
Where's Jerry?
yeah, he's running that. I don't know.
Interesting.
So the Footjob, I assume it's when you have 2 feet and you're jacking off the dick like that?
I think so.
Yeah. Would you ever be down to receive one of those, or?
I'm not like it's because I'm not like I'm pretty open. Like I would say I'm not like a big feet guy, just like in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I had a lady that I was very fond of and she was like really enticing to do it, I would be like, sure, let's give it a go. Why not?
Yeah, just like wash the feet and boom. I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Who knows? Maybe with the right person, maybe you just tickle your fancy. I don't know.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Like a lot of the other ones are more normal. I mean, Texas, thick Latina.
Makes
Let's go.
sense. Yep, that's
that sounds
strong.
great.
Very strong.
Is that, man, I'm bad with states. That's Minnesota. Cartoon. So,
That's the hentai thing. I'm just not a cartoon guy, like in general. Like even just watching like
Yeah, I
normal
mean,
cartoons.
it's already
pornographic
you're already having
cartoons.
fake sex with yourself. Why make it even more fake by watching cartoons? And penis pump is Virginia. What they just like
What
to
the
watch
fuck?
people just pump up their penis.
Virginia's that's a weird bunch.
Well, that might be all the politicians down in Washington.
Yeah, man. What is it about politicians, dude? There's
They love some kinky shit, man.
yeah, I think something about they like you have some power as a politician, and I feel like they always just use it for sexual purposes. Like that Wiener dude, he got caught, got out, and then just started doing the same exact thing over again. I think now is in jail. Not really sure, but Fucking wiener.
Wasn't there some other politician that he was like? I remember seeing Pat talk about it, where he was like very aggressively like anti-gay, but then he was constantly found at these like gay like gatherings,
Yeah, well,
like shirtless and like which, it just politics is a strange bunch.
Yeah.
I remember hearing quite a bit about that. That just is such a weird, like he just like super like anti-gay marriage, anti all this, but then he's literally just like bumping uglies with like
Yeah.
a bunch of gay guys like at a
that
like,
happens
a
with
gay
like preachers
fiesta.
too, who preach the same thing. But yeah, there was one politician. He got arrested in a sting. He was trying to solicit gay sex in an airport stall.
Oh, I remember that.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Stall,
He's from Idaho.
if you tap the other guy on the foot, that like means like okay, and maybe there was like a certain stall in the airport known for that. But if you're a politician, like dude, you got to be a little more careful. You can't
Yeah,
just be
fucking A.
getting blowjobs in an airport bathroom. Let's see the next topic, next to last. I mean, we got some skydiving terror. Do you want to just watch that clip? Yeah, we'll just throw it up. See, that's why I would only go tandem, because you're not responsible for anything. This is when her chute failed.
Oh, it's broken. Oh
her
my
chute
God.
failed, so then she
Oh
had
my
to
God.
go and get the backup suit
Holy fuck,
parachute out,
dude,
and they are fucking tangled up.
dude. Like I can't even imagine how like having to like your brain has to like rationally process all these things right now, trying
Yeah.
to like save your life while you're also literally free falling to your death.
Yeah, that's why I'm more
Oh
of a
my
tandem guy.
God.
You really have to be like.
I mean, there's like
trained.
7. What do you need all those wires for? Is that just the?
Those were the
just
things that
the-
just got wrapped up.
Is that like what's in the
Wait.
bag that makes it like poof?
Wait, they still haven't. She still hasn't gotten.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
chute
She
out.
hasn't figured it out
Is
yet.
that-
Oh,
the
the
white
white
one-
one is the backup.
Is
Okay,
that even
okay.
slowing her down now?
Looks like a
Jesus
little bit.
Christ.
Oh my God. At
What?
least so you just like survive. Fuck. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
there was a story about someone who the chute just didn't open and they just hit the ground, but they survived, which is
No
wild to me.
way. From
Yeah.
a plane?
Yeah, from a plane. They like
Not water though. Hit like ground.
yes, they
What?
like broke like 20 bones, but survived, which I just don't see how that's even possible.
Oh my.
Fuck yeah, that's why like Chef Donnie has his license. He can now go solo jumps. I did a tandem once, and there you don't have to worry about anything. You're attached to a professional, but when he jumps out solo, like if anything goes wrong, that's on him. And Dan will be jumping out of a plane during the Arizona Bowl week, so looking forward to that.
I was never a big heights guy. I think that video alone might be like. I
My-
might be just good on that.
My all-time favorite story of a failed parachute jump happened in college football, and it was involving two rivals, Duke and North Carolina. And I forgot which stadium he landed in, but he was supposed to land in the other stadium. They were both playing at the same time, Duke and North Carolina, on a college football Saturday, and the guy came flying in with the football, and he landed in the wrong stadium.
Just landing in an empty stadium.
No, both were playing at the same time.
Oh, playing. Oh, I thought you said they were playing against each
They
other.
both
No.
had games.
Got it,
and those,
got it.
Those campuses aren't too far away. And
I don't
Yeah.
believe so.
And so when he landed, so when he did the shoot, the jump, he landed. I think he landed in.
So they just weren't expecting him.
Yeah. Well, the other stadium was expecting him and didn't get him.
Huh.
There you go.
And of course, you had Mike Sergio, the most famous World Series parachuter.
What happened there?
Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, a guy parachuted in the first inning with a sign attached to his back, "Let's go Mets."
Oh shit, let's go. And there was also the D.B. Cooper story.
Oh, D.B. Cooper.
you know who
D.B.
that
Cooper
is?
D.B.
'Cause I
Cooper
didn't-
rules.
You don't
D.B.
have to
Cooper
feel bad
rules.
if you don't,
He's the
but-
guy looking for gold and stuff, right? He was
No.
big like.
I-
Oh, they look for him in Without a Paddle.
yeah.
They're trying to find this treasure or whatever.
Well, so yeah, apparently he stole like 500,000 from a plane, and then he jumped out of the plane.
And then no one ever found him again, correct?
Was never
That's the-
seen again. They never found the body or anything. I didn't know who that was until Frank told me I looked like D.B. Cooper at
'Cause I
one
remember,
point.
have you seen the movie Without a Paddle?
No.
It's like the
but-
guy. Here's the the armchair, like Jax. I forget what his name is.
They
Seth
actually-
Green, I think, is in it.
They actually did a whatchamacallit, a thing on Loki, where they made Loki as D.B. Cooper.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, the more you know. Look into that mystery. The after show, what do you guys got going on? We aren't doing the company party. That's one of the reasons I am here in the office, but we're postponing that till after the holidays. Don't want anyone catching COVID before the Arizona Bowl, so that's probably the safe move. But yeah, you guys got any big plans?
What do you got coming
you-
up, Tank?
Just
Are you
hang-
going back to Idaho, Frank?
Not this year. Not going to Idaho this year. Just
Okay.
hanging around there. I mean, maybe next year I'll go back to Idaho. Maybe even in the spring or something like that, for a week or so. But no, just hanging around here doing Christmas. I'll make a nice turkey again, like I did on Thanksgiving.
No Christmas ham?
I do ham on New Year's.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
like
so
that.
not just a week later.
I like my turkey on. I like turkey on. I make 2 big turkeys a year. I make turkey on Thanksgiving. I make turkey on Christmas. And then the rest of the year is maybe have a turkey breast here or hot open faced turkey sandwich or go to Boston Market. But yeah, I like turkey, as you can tell. But you know,
Let's go.
if you're looking for any last minute gifts for your children, apparently they don't want games or choice this year. According to the state of New Jersey, they want the vaccine.
Dear Santa, I don't want games. I don't want toys. Just get me the COVID vaccine.
This holiday season, there's no better gift than peace of mind. Get vaccinated today. Visit covid19.nj.gov.
So
Yes, yeah. Yeah, there was a video shared by New Jersey Health. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get into a debate about vaccines here, but it is a pretty hilarious commercial, because are they like playing this on Nickelodeon, or just like, are they like, I feel like it's catered towards 3-year-old or 7-year-olds, and then they'll like go to their parents and be like, Mom, why haven't you gotten me the vaccine yet?
I don't know, but you know what? To me, I guess I stand sort of somewhere in the middle of the road. I'm getting the booster on Friday, just so I don't have to deal with anything, because they're thinking about making it that you have to get the booster to do any indoor activities, and so
Yeah.
I'm just not even gonna fight with it, even though But I understand people that don't want the vaccine, and I understand why the vaccine is important. But but it's now become so ridiculously political and confrontational. It makes your eyes roll, and then you watch the New Jersey Department of Health putting this commercial. Dear Santa, I don't want any toys. I don't want any games. I just want the vaccine. There is not one child.
It's kind of fucked that they didn't have to throw in "I don't want games or toys." Like,
Yeah,
that's
we
fucked up.
can
It's
can have some games and toys,
Yeah,
and then
you
maybe
gotta
just
choose either or. You
get
want
the
the
vax, if
vaccine?
that's-
I
you
mean,
choose.
are we gonna have a kid come out there? I want the vaccine for Christmas.
like, Mom, hold-
Only the vaccine will do.
They should put the
Don't
vaccine
want
inside
no
a toy. That's
toys,
how you get
no
the kids.
tinky toys. I just want a shot in my arm. I could see me now on Christmas morning coming down
All
the
right, I
stairs.
think vaccine Christmas songs is probably around the time we should wrap this up.
I just picture a kid with like, Ma, like, hold off on the PS5 this year. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
Games
an
and
let's
toys.
schedule an appointment.
I don't want an Xbox. I want the vaccine, which, by the way, is free.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be either or. Parents can afford both. All right, let's wrap up the rundown. You can check out Barstool Abroad just dropped a water polo video, if that's your thing. Tank's a water polo guy. All right.
Water polo
Oh, and
is
congrats
great.
on 51 Strokes, a swimming podcast.
Yes.
I'm looking
Congrats.
forward. I think we
That's
should
gonna
try
be
to
huge.
have
A lot of people have been
water
waiting
polo
for a
league in
swimming
America.
podcast.
Let's try to get a water polo league.
I'm sure there is a league, just no one really watches it. Maybe at least.
This is
a
not
couple
what's
of
on
times.
TV.
In the Summer Olympics, I actually was really digging water polo.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the sports that was grabbing me. I thought it was I was a big fan.
Yep. Handball as well. That's also a fun sport to watch. So maybe we'll get a handball league for Christmas. That's a wrap.